for the money, yo, like green is the. I'm a player on the late night tip, so they see the prototype. Fingertips, reservoir dog, check the skull, ignorant. Can I live? Still film it, kiss to death, friend protect your neck. Three boys in the Cadillac, grave digger, kiss to death, friend protect your neck. Shame on the three boys in the Cadillac, grave digger. Money over on my headstone. Here lies young, getting paid, but never take a loss on my headstone. Only take a when I'm dead. Time to gang 3 times on my headstone. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the headstone. Too late, you already dead. Right now I'm on the edge, so don't push me. Troublesome to 96. You a shook one, breathe easy, know the ledge. I'm your. What's that? I smell. Let me count my. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, run. Hi, my name is Dirk Cobain. Like a. Here I go to the next episode. Ain't no damn this explosive Beast Coast. Yeah. The mother ride or die for my. Strictly for my. Survival of the fittest. That's the sound of the police. I'm indeed cover earth, skirt, lean back. Give me one more chance. They say Jesus walks and the devil wear Prada, but I'm so deaf. God can't tell me nothing. Right there's on my death certificate. I gave you power. 21 questions like who? They're warning. Watch them flashing like paparazzi. 2 words. Get money. Tonight's the night. Guess who's back on my block? Rather unique. Bucktown. This. On that quiet storm, T-O-N-Y, top of New York, with a pitchfork.
Bring out the Brinks truck, I'm young, flying ice cup. 100-yard dash, I had to run my price up. Boss your life up, I had to boss mine up. $10,000 outfit, $100 up. Hey, you know these checking for me in the DMs, getting.
All right, Coach, from the home of the Bills since 1973, there's a look at New Era Field just outside of Buffalo, New York. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Buffalo Bills. It's the first weekend of autumn and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports.
They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, caught the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. Look at them. How to make it in America. Real day one, ain't a lot of us. Mom worked 2 jobs, it was hard for of us. They ain't teach me how to rap in those private schools. Wasn't like my rich friends, had a lot to lose. Less money, less options, lot of rules. So when that first deal came, it was opportune. And shorty got potential, I scout that. She say she in love, but I doubt that. Maybe it's the clout. I get love in the north, I get love in the south. She a feminist, and her feminine. Girl, you know that he average. Girl, you know I'm a savage. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, caught the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. No money, now I'm in the Benz truck with a new honey. They said I wouldn't make it, I'm like, you funny. Laughing at my haters like, you dummies. The night is young, girl, what can you do for me? 6 figures, 5 shows, big ballin'. Look, I'm very important. I took a break, had some things I had to get sorted. I might retire in my prime like I'm M. Jordan. Table dancing in Southampton. Use the glasses for Vannas. Be cooling out in the whip, but I done dared every girl on my list. KD at the 3, Djokovic with the racket. Phelps in the pool.
Okay, Coach, we are about 15 miles south of downtown Buffalo at New Era Field in Orchard Park. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Buffalo Bills. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Sony Michel, his first carry. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. On 2nd down, Michel. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch him now, Barney, Barney. Here we go now.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Michel. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Stephon Tuitt able to get in and run him down for a loss of 14. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19. Detroit. Detroit.
From the gun, it's Allen. Dancing to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That scramble good for 13 yards, but not good enough for a 1st down. It's 4th. The Bills send the punter out. Back deep for the Steelers, Antonio Brown. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away.
Lucky 56.
On the ground, it's Thompson. And he'll be taken down at the 18. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. Oh, now he bowls him over. And all the way down to the 37. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 45 yards. So how about that? Down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get 3 down at the 34-yard line.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. He'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. On the left hash, officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. On 1st down, Allen. And his throw's going to be incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Gun, 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 gun.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. He's at the 50, the 40. Past the 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. Short throw, pick 6 right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
And this is no good. He missed it. Not a good start here in the kicking department as this remains a 6-3 score. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six, we'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Getting a hand in there and knocking it away, Eddie Jackson.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick six on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
319! 319! No, check, Patriot!
They'll run it now out of the gun. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Watch it now, Barney!
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
Gun!
Back to throw here. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
And as a defender, if you come with 2 interceptions in a game, that's pretty rare in the NFL. You might see one guy a weekend do that, but have 2 in the first quarter. That's something you don't see all that often. I have a feeling they'll think twice about throwing in his direction too often.
Watch it now, Barney! All right, now, lucky 56.
So after the INT, it's Allen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 49 yards. With that grab, by the way, Antonio Brown now over 10,000 receiving yards in his career.
That is an incredible, significant accomplishment. You're saying 10,000 yards? How many?
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he is out of bounds here. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game. A
big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's... And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. As his guys are in for 6, and the Steelers are able to strike for 6.
That drive was quick and impressive. Almost like they had somewhere else they needed to be after the game.
Boswell on now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They begin with Michelle on the ground. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Green 39! Green 39!
Play action. Now it's Allen. Escaping the pressure right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back. And got his man. Complete. A very nice pickup of 33.
Keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Leopard! Leopard!
They'll run it now out of the gun. Got some real estate inside the 30. And he gets this one down to the 24. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Lucky 56. Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st, Michelle. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. On 2nd down, here's Allen. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jabal Sheard. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Here's Allen. They'll roll him out right. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Even though that one was incomplete, you could see the training that went into that play. He gets out of the pocket, ends up moving to his right. All he's trying to do, though, extend the life of the play. Keep it alive, hoping someone would pop through.
Was able to take a pretty good shot with a deep ball, but incomplete. And Bullock will put this one through. And that gets him back within a single point. It's now 10-9. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front seven? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll run with Thompson. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They run it here with Thompson. They find some open field here. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one 28 yards on the ground.
All right, I've got to be careful here. All right, he's on the plus side of 30. There may be a little gray in the beard, but that's not slowing down his feet as far as he's concerned.
What are you saying? I'm on the plus side of 30.
Well, if you're on the plus side of 30, you don't know what I'm on the plus side of. All I know is that run right there, let us know there's still some life in those legs.
Absolutely, still got a lot of life left in those legs. Now Thompson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Okay, buddy, I see you.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now they try the right side here. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Buffalo after this. And the Steelers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. He'll look to throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. This quarterback now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
And on the ground they go with the running back. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. He's fumbled already once, Charles. I'm not going to say that that was in his mind there, but I'm sure that during some of these plays he is mindful of it.
And once you fumble the ball, you know what your team tells you and your coaching staff? Take care of it rest of the game. And that does get in your mind a little bit, and sometimes that slows down your effort in trying to get free from tacklers.
And the defenders know it too. They sniff that out, don't they?
Everybody wants to swarm the football. You know what the rule is. First guy hold up the runner. Everyone else try and get there and strip the ball free.
And the grab by Croft. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
And the Steelers on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down only to the 18. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This one from 35 yards away. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Please tell me this doesn't come off as snarky. But that's a relative chip shot. I mean, you've got to be able to execute that one. I don't care what they design on the other side about trying to block the kick. That should be 3 points on the board.
Yeah, we've talked about it before. If you're out at 55, 60 yards, low trajectory from here, you get that thing up. This should be 3.
Yeah, there's nothing routine in football, but this one really almost should be. Snap, hold, kick, ball through the post. Didn't happen that way.
So now a chance for points in the opposite direction after the blocked field goal.
All right, here we go.
Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Now, Barney. Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
Allen off the play fake. Rolling to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front as we send you down to our... And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
And the Steelers on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is third and 7.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll drop to throw. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a First down.
Lucky 56. Gone.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Incomplete. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now back to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A good pickup there, a 22. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch, too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
They'll set up to throw. Man open left side is Brown. And they move this all the way down to the 9. And a nice gain of 21 yards. For Brown, that's his 5th catch. So 5 catches over 50 yards. You might as well set your watch to that. He does it every game.
Think about 2013. The only player in NFL history to have at least 5 catches and at least 50 yards in every single game in an NFL season. So that's not just talent. That's durability. That's dependability. That's a guy who really wants to play.
Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. In for the score. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
So here's the Bills offense. Now they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. They stay on the ground. This is Marshall again. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
going to try and throw on third down. And he's got a man open. That's Marshall. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big third down conversion with a gain of 28.
No, check, Patriot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On play action, Allen. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. The Bills on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
The good old toss play, and this time they go to the left side, so give a lot of credit to the offensive line. Center, guard, tackle, able to seal that side, but the guy that we don't give enough credit to, wide receivers. They have to do a great job of blocking downfield, otherwise that play can be spilled in the backfield. In this case, everyone handled their responsibilities, and they picked up really nice yardage.
And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Over! Gun!
Now Allen throwing on 2nd down. His throw caught at about the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Bills passing game getting them down the field. They've got another first down.
Detroit! Watch it now, Barney!
They come up in an offset eye. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
He'll get it up the middle, and he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Buffalo. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Here we go now. Blue landing.
They'll try to run it in with Marshall. And he is going to lose yardage here. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around a training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach, he's in big trouble.
They'll look to throw. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone!
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Brown. A gain of 6 there on first.
And there's a man they call AB. Always a volume receiver. He gobbles up catches. Holds the number 2 and number 4 spots for most receptions in a season in NFL history. And in 2015, just 7 catches shy of setting the single-season mark for most receptions, currently held by Marvin Harrison, a Hall of Famer.
He had 136 catches that year on the heels of 129 the season before.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And they'll go on the ground. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. And the Steelers on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Gone! Detroit!
Again, a run with Thompson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
And here come the Bills. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the 4th quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't it?
To throw, it's Allen. That's complete. It's Bell. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Watch him now, Barney!
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
His struggles finding open receivers continue. I don't know the last time I saw him this inconsistent throwing the football.
It would be hard to find a date when he was this inconsistent. You know, in his locker, he keeps the word poise printed on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. He needs to find that poise right now.
He certainly does. In fact, I would suggest he laminate it.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And the penalty, it helps a little, but they'll still have to navigate a 3rd and 9 now.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
On play action, Allen. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. The Bills send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
Leopard! Detroit!
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 3rd down, it's Thompson, and he'll have the first down as he's up to about the 18. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Leopard!
And they'll run it here. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Bills will take another timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. Finding room at the 30. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
in the National Football League, Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take